Poll for today. Should the federal government fund universal preschool? Victim mob says Toy Story is sexist, racist, AndAbleist. You have to have a special kind of love for being a victim to think that a kids' movie about toys is anything but a kids' movie about toys. But that is what the victim culture thinks of Disney Pixar's hit movie Toy Story 4, which is being called racist, sexist and ableist. The Toy Story franchise has never been about disability, yet as a disabled film critic who writes about the topic regularly, I've found the Pixar series has always dabbled in that arena in some way, Kristen Lopez of The Hollywood Reporter reported. Plot devices such as Buzz Lightyear's broken arm in the 1995 original film to Lotsa and Bear's limp in Toy Story 3 2010 have opened the series up to questions of disabled representation. The same can be said for the fourth installment, which contains a plotline that continues a disturbing trend in disabled narratives in cinema, she said. From who? Who is going to a kids' movie about toys who walk and talk and asking themselves about disabled representation? Despite being a delightfully charming villain, Gabby Gabby is one of several villains this year whose reaction to disability is to fix it by any means necessary. She perceives herself as being unworthy of love, specifically Harmony's love, because her voice box doesn't work. And because she has been defective since her inception, it's furthered her isolation within the antique shop. For her, the only solution is to replace the parts of her that are broken by taking them, through force if necessary, from a healthier or workable toy. Body swapping has been a common horror trope for decades when it comes to disabled representation and coding, seen in early horror movies such as 1942's The Ghost of Frankenstein and 1962's The Brain That Would Die, from which Toy Story 4 seems to have taken its inspiration. But in this case, the resolution ends up doing more harm than good, she said. Wow. The island of misfit toys in the Christmas cartoon Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer must have sent her over the edge. But wait, there is more. One woman, Beth Webb, who writes for a website named Little White Lies, was angry because the character of Bo Peep was not feminist enough for her. Now Woody's girlfriend, who didn't make the cut in Toy Story 3, has come out as a central character thanks to a hefty script rewrite and a plethora of damning testimonials against the film's founding father and the house that he runs. The jumpsuit and weapon feel like an idle shortcut to female empowerment, as do press release statements like Boss taken control of her own destiny from the film's new director Josh Cooley, she said. This is starting to border on a mental disorder for, and I say it again, a kids' movie about toys who walk and talk. And then there is the racism card. Apparently Toy Story producers didn't get memo that diversity is the rage in Hollywood. This movie feels dated with sprinkling of silent POC in background. Hey, Toy Story, that's Frozone beckoning you into 2019, director and editor Q-Storm said. The real Q-Storm 3476. Apparently Toy Story producers didn't get memo that diversity is the rage in Hollywood. This movie feels dated with sprinkling of silent POC in background. Hey, Toy Story, that's Frozone beckoning you into 2019. This is what happens when corporations and studios bow a knee to the victim mob. It never ends.